Yeah.
But,
All right.
Camera
camera guy.
All right. Perfect. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay, yeah, it says it's recording. So.
Okay. So all you should do, I'll shut the door so we usually distract other people. That's what I always say. No one distracts me, but we can distract others and get anything. So my name is Brian. I work at the Rec Center. I do assessment and research. I also do like focus groups and things like that. Everyone got their participation consent forms and fill those out. Those are just to keep us on record because we are recording. But what you do say is confidential in here, obviously, so you guys know. Let's get through that part. But this will be kind of like give us a better understanding of the Get Fruved program. You all know what that is?
Yeah.
I'm a little bit less familiar with it.
Okay, that's okay, no worries. And so it's going to be how it impacts you individually, and as a group, and or a campus community. So how this can make that impact. This map will be a tool for us to understand the effects of this program it has had on you and your families and in the community through a ripple effect. The ripple effect is like a pebble being dropped into a pond. One small pond can make a large impact of our ripples throughout a pond. So that's kind of what we're going to talk about. So Get Fruved, we can say that as our small little pebble. The campus community is the pond. And so we drop Fruved in there and see the ripple and what effects can take place. Before we get started, we'll do a little icebreaker. So we'll see how much the polar bear weighs. And so I wanted to get to know kind of a little bit about you all, and if you could create your own personal Get Fruved event, so your own personal one, what would it be on campus?
I would like to have something related to stress management. Maybe like an art therapy or music therapy class.
All right. Art/music. And my handwriting is really bad, so
No.
bear with me. All right. Just writing some ideas on here before we get started.
I would maybe try to come up with an idea to get like a charter bus together to go leave the area like we go.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe do some team building type thing outside of campus.
Okay, team building outside of campus. All right. All right.
I'd like to make a physical activity team building thing.
Physical.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta combine those two there.
Can I say more?
You can say as many as you like, yeah.
Okay, having like a consistent, not personal training, but like a group workout, maybe like once a month, to get people to become part of a community, work out together.
Workout.
They said sweat and cry together, you'll be more bonded.
Yeah.
All right, sweating crowd again.
So like maybe like do that ride bikes together.
Yeah.
It's like,
Something people can like have on their planner, look forward to.
and it can rotate and change like each
Yeah.
different activity.
Okay. You have any ideas?
Thinking.
Thinking? Okay, yeah, keep thinking.
Food, some kind of food event would be great. I'm about some free food.
Yeah, like an intro.
Or like a
It should-
community farmers market
Yeah.
on campus.
Oh, I'm sorry. Farmers market.
Higher produce.
You buy
Fruits and
produce.
veggies. Yeah.
Pirate produce.
Should building up.
We really should.
Farmers market. Good. All right. Any other ideas that anyone else has? Okay, so this is kind of our idea board. So we're gonna kind of start with. So we talked about you mentioned stress and art music therapy. So I'm gonna put art/music therapy. All right. And so we have several different what they call capitals here in this room. We have social, which is connections, bonding, and bridging among people and organizations that help make things happen. Then you have human, which are over here, knowledge, skills, and abilities of people, as well as health and wellness of people. Culture, cultural inspiration such as local traditions, art, music, different ways of thinking, and community creativity. We have natural, which is right over here. Natural resources and natural beauty like rivers, parks, gardens, outdoor recreation, and farmland. Just thinking about like you're going outside in the community. Built, which is the one I didn't really know, but it's infrastructure that supports the community, such as roads, buildings, and gyms. So I guess that would be like our center. Financial, monetary resources available to invest, including businesses, development, philanthropy, or personal ventures. And you have political, individuals and groups in positions of power where voices are heard and listened to. Okay, so those are the seven, I think that's seven, yep, 7 different capitals that they have. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go through some of these ideas and kind of put it around here and figure out how these can connect to different areas, or if they connect, we can draw lines or we can just write them in there. So we'll start off with the art music therapy. So give me some ideas of how they can connect to some of these and why they can connect.
I definitely think music can bring people together. So social.
Mm-hmm.
You can share music interests with different people. I think different songs like can make people feel certain things and connect with.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. I won't draw a line because it'll get messy, so I'm just going to put an S right there first.
Piggybacking off that, I'd say it's also cultural because you can get introduced to new forms of art, music.
All right.
Perfect.
And human, talking about the health and wellness of people. I think depending on what type of art or music you're practicing, it can either uplift your mood or bring you down. So it can really, if you're doing it in a positive way, it can benefit your health.
Definitely. Anything else you want to add? So you don't have to add for every single one, that's okay. Perfect. All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll go to team building, like outside of campus. All right. Team building. Outside of campus, all right.
Natural, if you want to go to like a trail or a park to ride bikes or go for a run together.
Yeah, natural, that's a good point.
It's social because obviously to build a team, you have to have more than one person there.
Yes, that's good.
Yeah, that's good. I'd also say built because if you're going for somewhere that's not on campus, you can observe what kind of environment wherever your training is, and if there's something you want to bring back, you're able to bring that back to campus and implement it.
That's right. All right, and we'll look at talk about like a physical training session, right? All right. So what cultural capital will that fall under?
I think it might fall under financial if we're going to hire someone to lead the physical activity, or if someone's going to volunteer to do it.
Mm-hmm.
That could be financial.
Yeah.
Built, like where we would have it, if we would have it at the rec center, or if we would have it outside, so natural too.
Yeah.
Like if we have like a 5K or something that could be outside.
I mean, it could go under cultural if you kind of make it a tradition to do it often. And it's like over years it becomes like a tradition that you see.
We'll go into the group workout one, which is similar to physical, but a little bit different, I think.
That would be social again.
And maybe cultural, like if you feel comfortable working out with a group of people, some people like to work out by themselves, so it might be something they want to try.
Yeah.
I guess it could be human if you're pushing the skills and abilities of people. Just kind of trying to push people to do better.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if it's outdoors, it could be natural as well. So like going out to North Rack or something, one of our other facilities.
So she said, is that one?
Natural.
Natural. Alright. I might be doing this a little out of order, so apologize. I'm just gonna put fire produce right here. All right.
Definitely financial. If we're going to be purchasing fruits and vegetables from a local farmer's market and bringing it here, or if we're going to be planting and like growing our own to provide to everyone. And I think natural, because growing fresh fruits and vegetables is something you do outside.
Yep.
So. And human, relating to like, again, your health and wellness, trying to get your recommended amounts of fruits and veggies per day, which is what Fruved is really about too. So
It's good.
Could be also political, because if it does well enough, or we could get funding for it.
Yeah, so we're politically fast. Welcome. That's all right. Perfect. So, as a result of Fruved, what do you guys think people are doing differently as a result of these types of things? So, team building, physical, group workout, anything that's on board. What do you think they're doing differently? What do you think they can do differently with these ideas?
like what they are doing differently now.
Yeah, what they're doing differently now, or what they could do differently with these ideas.
I think now that group fit classes are free, a lot more people are working out together, which increases your team building skills as well. And I think there's room for us to grow with like our nutritional values on campus, which pirate produce, like fresh fruits and vegetables would bring us a good opportunity to have that for students like readily available. And then having more like stress management interventions such as art therapy, music therapy. I think we don't have a lot of that on campus. And since we're starting to do that, we've been getting really good feedback from like faculty and students about how like having a music therapy program would help lower their blood pressure and like increase their or boost their immunity and like help them sleep better at night, just like little things like that.
Perfect. Welcome to the new person in the room. What's your name? Bree. Welcome. My name is Brian. We're just kind of talking a little bit about the Fruved program, which are you familiar with?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. We do have a consent form, so if you can fill that out for us, we are, because we're recording it. Perfect.
And so we're talking about things that have
Like people are doing, what are people doing differently as a result of Fruved?
Yeah. So the live backs had to do with Fruved, right?
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
People
We
like
talked
talking
about the campus becoming more bikeable. I don't know if that was already something in place, but I think it helped them do well.
Yeah.
I was working with it.
Yeah.
I feel like that whole bike thing is gonna cause like the Greenwood community to think about new roads and stuff like that. Like adding more bike lanes, because I never see them on Fifth. They're old on Fifth Street. I ride bike. You can't even really tell that there's a bike lane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they need that / when they finish that road that connects Vidant and the Health Science Campus with ECU, that whole road should have a bike lane already. Because that would be like what, a mile, like 20-minute ride there.
Yeah. Line bikes are a big deal right now. Anything else you guys could think of what people are doing differently as a result of the Fruved program? What they would do differently, maybe doing some team building things. Obviously have some stress management in there, working out together, physical. Line bikes also goes into that.
Team building, I think.
Training.
Yeah, adding like more certifications for students to get through Healthy Pirates inspired by the Fruved grant.
All right.
So professional development too.
And where does that fit into the cultural capital for certifications?
Ooh, would that be political?
Maybe political.
Can you repeat that?
Maybe financial.
It could be financial. Like where a certification falls under the culture of capital.
So I guess, yeah, political, financial, human, because it is development, personal development. And then I guess social, because if it's a peer education certification class, you're going to be working among the community.
What about nutrition? With a room to go with nutrition, where does that going to fit in our capital areas?
Could be culture. We could kind of change the way we eat and aim for
Make
more
like healthy
healthier.
eating the norm instead of it being like unpopular.
Yeah.
Fast food every corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe built like opening a facility dedicated to maybe like vegan or vegetarian options.
Yeah, that'd be good. Or on a gluten intolerance is not a big thing too.
I guess it could fall under financial too if you learn how to budget for things like that, like what food is in season and things like that.
Yeah. All right. I think we have a good additions to the first layer of what you think people are going to be doing differently as a result of fruit. Pretty good. Pretty good. All right, good. I think we're doing this correctly. Let's hope so.
We are.
First down here.
Yeah.
All right. So my second ring, which is the green marker, gonna probably run out of space up here, but that's okay. Is I write kind of big, so
It's
that's all right.
okay, you can erase the black and move it out more if you need to, or just write like a C.
Yeah, just adjust accordingly.
Let's go down here a little bit more. This is more about you guys and the activity and what we say and things that we can pull together from. But the second question is, who benefited from the Get Fruved intervention, and how do you think they benefited from it?
Are we gonna answer the question before we relate it, or just do one category?
Yeah, just say how did you benefit, or how do you know someone who benefited from the intervention? How did they benefit from Get Fruved?
I'd say just the students, because like for the line bikes, they're like littered throughout the grid. So I know people are using them.
So students did it, and then that connects back to the line bikes here. All right.
I think faculty and staff with stress management activities.
Yeah.
I feel like that's really popular for like the younger generation to use stress management interventions a little bit more. Because I had like some older adults come up to one of my stress management programs, and they were like, wow, this is so beneficial. I hope my daughter gets to have something like this when she goes to like her university or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
I know a lot of people are taking advantage of the group workouts too now that they're free. There's like no financial burden, and so it's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna like go. And
Yeah.
Perfect. So the group workouts, you would say CRW members.
yeah, and
Alright.
people that might not usually invest in something.
Yeah.
Like alumni comes all the time to the specialty Friday
And
classes.
then faculty has their own like section
Yeah.
time for workouts.
So faculty also. So
I know that for sure because I work at Fitness Connection, and last year people would always come sign up because we had classes, but I noticed there's less people doing that now because ECU has classes.
that's the free classes now.
Yeah.
Sorry to steal your business, I guess.
No, it's all community.
I'm sure some people that are going there all the time are made a little happy.
Yeah.
That are members there, yeah.
I think Healthy Pirates members, too, for like team building. I know that our team has gotten a lot closer because we've been working so much and planning so much with the just programs in general.
And how many people are in Healthy Pirates?
Approximately 12 study members.
12 kids. All right. Just make sure. Let me read this. Make sure I do this right. All right. Perfect. So, anyone else have benefits? You think?
I don't know, like, because it could just be like a trickle down effect, whatever the person directly who's getting involved with these things are able to bring it home to their friends and family, and then just maybe that just kind of trickles into the rest of the community.
Just overall awareness.
Yeah. Just even in on the Greenway when I run there or ride mine on bike, I see other line bikes there. I'm sure people outside of ECU are using those now.
Oh, for
It's
sure.
kind of connecting ECU with the community more.
Community members.
So then they're more likely to accept that we're trying to get more money to do these things like bike lanes, because you gotta have like a whole community to agree with it for some higher power to help you with it.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect.
And they might see the benefits of it more, like having something implemented on campus versus just like big concepts that we've been talking about for a while. Like now that they see, oh, like line bikes are really cool. Let's do more things like this because I know the benefit and I'm seeing.
Good. So how do you think some of these relate back to our 7 capitals? So like faculty and staff, how is that? Who is that relating back to?
Maybe like the built, because they're encouraging us to do programs on different campuses, like on North America, like do more outreach programs and like leave, I guess like ECU's campus in general to reach more.
Yeah.
Could also be like political because you, like he was saying, you need a community to make any kind of change, especially if it's a big change like the roads or just the city in general.
And definitely social because you're making connections among people. Like you're connecting the faculty with the campus rec more. So they're going to be more likely to encourage students.
What about your Healthy Pirate members? Where can you connect that back?
I'd say human, because you're increasing their knowledge and skills and abilities.
And social, because club members are doing more outreach programs and meeting new people and networking and like linking with other clubs and other people on ECU's campus in general.
And maybe hopefully cultural.
Yeah.
Because maybe we'll create a culture.
Yeah. So it becomes easier to get newer members and people want to get involved in coming up with their fresh creative ideas.
And grow your members from 12 to more.
Yes.
Oh yeah. That'd be great.
What about, so one thing I think, so mentioned about CRW, and one thing that we didn't see on here was, do you think the facility is impacted by any of these things?
Yeah, definitely. There's more people going to it.
Yeah, all right. So then obviously when I think about facility, what comes to mind there?
You might need more like workers if more people are coming.
So you need more humans,
Yeah, more humans.
More space.
more space, so
Built.
That'd be
Yeah,
the
like
Bill?
the new student center, I'm not sure exactly what they're gonna have,
Yeah.
but they're gonna have to think about what they're gonna do.
the new one, I'm
The
sorry.
new student center that's gonna be open later in the fall.
Yeah.
We'll have to try to,
And health science campus, like
oh yeah,
that is new.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
But facility could also be financial because like the people who don't have a free membership, they have to pay a little bit in order to use the facility.
Yeah. Okay. Friends and family, how does that impact our cultural areas? Or I keep wanting to say competencies. But
Yeah.
not, so, sorry.
CRW on
I know
brain.
CRW. I said community competency. It's fine.
So for like again with cultural, you're trying to build that culture.
Mhm.
And
And yeah, becoming more creative, I think, with like workouts and programs and stuff too. If you bring it home, like I've been telling my family some of the programs I'm doing, and I really oh, I wish I could do that. So, and humor too,
Mhm.
leadership and bringing stuff home to maybe like inspire your younger siblings to want to do work with a grant or
Mhm.
improve overall learning.
And probably social too,
Yeah.
because you're interacting with friends.
Yeah. Perfect. All right. What about your alumni? We talked about, I mean, it's kind of similar to friends and family, but are your alumni seen any differently in these areas?
Possibly political, because alumni have a lot of weight in where money goes.
Very true.
If they were like, well, I'll give my money to the campus rec for more initiatives like that, then that's what they want.
Yeah. You think about your board of trustees, most of those people are who? Alumni, right?
Yeah,
So-
so financial too.
Yeah. Any other thoughts about, again, the question was who's benefited and how they've benefited? No? All right. Cool. So we'll move on to the next one. So as a result of the Fruved movement, what changes do you see in the way community groups and institutions do things because Get Fruved has been delivered on our campus?
I think they're more open to ideas now because they're more aware of like changes that need to happen on campus to build a better environment.
Open to ideas. All right.
Inspired to live or even lead a healthier lifestyle.
Inspired to live. I'm just gonna put HL. healthy lifestyle.
Kind of going off of that, like with new students coming in the fall, if they see like the way that we are doing things, because they're already transitioning in such a big way, they might be more likely to fall into that, other than trying to change people's opinions that are already like set in this room.
Yeah.
It's like having a better mindset coming in.
Yeah, like to.
So creating culture, right? That's what you're talking about, creating culture. So creating, I'm gonna sum it up a little bit. We're talking about creating
No, that's perfect.
culture for future pirates. To live healthy lifestyle. Right, that's pretty much what you said.
Word for word.
It'll help ECU financially too, because when they do their orientation, they talk about these things, parents are above that, and they want to put money to give ECU money.
That's true.
And the question is,
So it's in what way do you see the community groups and institutions doing things because this has happened? So as a result of this, what do you perceive is the changes that are going to be happening in the community? So we have here's the program, we have the different ideas that we talk about and things that have come out of there. We talk about who it affects. Now we're talking about how it affects the community of our institution.
I think this might lead to having maybe like healthy vending machines on campus or just like more accessible healthy snacks for students. Because that's something, we're really trying to push for that.
Yeah.
And I think this was a big step in getting to where we want to be.
But healthy vending and more healthy options.
I'd say the campus and the immediate surrounding area would become more pedestrian friendly. So that makes it a little safer to get to the campus.
I'm gonna put it safer.
Accessibility.
Accessibility. Thank you.
I feel like the students on campus might also be healthier, just like overall, probably like gaining less weight due to like healthier eating options and more exercise. It's like if it's easier to walk places, you're not going to be as likely to take the bus.
Any other things that could affect, like about art therapy, like stress management? Anything?
Hopefully this just leads to an overall decrease in stress for everyone because their bodies and minds are feeling better.
And making it more, I don't want to say acceptable, but like less stigma with practicing self-care and like implementing stress management programs, because I think a lot of people think it's kind of silly to like blow off steam by doing yoga,
People
but
think that makes them look weak, but
Yeah.
yeah.
What's the word?
For just like reducing stigma with,
Reducing stigma.
yeah. Just reducing the stigma
With care.
with
In
self-care,
general,
yeah.
All right, so we talked about financial here with the creating culture for future parks. Is there any other types of things how we connect any of these things in orange here to our capitals as well?
Maybe built, like having a facility to.
And which one?
Oh, sorry,
that's
for the creating cultural.
Okay, all right, built. Okay.
Yeah, so maybe having like a consistent place where you all meet for these events.
Healthy vending might be financial too.
It might cost more. Healthy food costs more. A lot of them gotta keep cold. You can't just.
Or we could make healthy food cost less, which would encourage people
Yeah.
to eat it.
That would be
In
nice.
other
That would be,
countries.
It all comes back to the financial, right?
Yeah.
Anything else open for topic? Anyone want to touch on anything here? Or how can relate back to these
Safer pedestrian accessibility could be cultural, because if it's safer to like walk places, then you're more likely to do it.
Yeah.
that's the thing I connect with Bill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, building like new roads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I see a lot of built, cultural, financial, human. I haven't seen a lot of natural.
Natural for safer pedestrian accessibility,
Yeah.
because that's something
Make it
that's
work.
outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also have some political. Just trying to connect all of them to
Mm-hmm.
make sure we have some good representation.
Political for open to new ideas. I think sometimes everyone can tend to be a little bit closed-minded and maybe trying to be more accepting of new ideas and wanting to implement them.
That's good. Excuse me.
Reducing stigma could go with cultural and human, because if it becomes more of a norm, people don't really judge it as much.
Yeah.
And then for human, it's just like you need to know it's okay to go get care if you need care.
That's good.
Decreasing your stress, I think would be social.
Yeah.
Because isolating yourself and like keeping stuff in doesn't usually decrease your stress. It might make it worse. So connecting with other people and maybe making some new friendships would help decrease your stress.
For sure. That one could also be human too,
Human too, yeah.
because it would affect you as a person.
Yeah, you gotta learn your boundaries.
And natural, maybe connecting with nature and decreasing your stress level that way instead of spending all your time inside being like on your computer.
Yeah, we have a nice Northbrook facility that people tend to use. It's just nice to go out and walk out there.
We got plans for it.
Yeah. Awesome. Anything else that you guys could think of a way to where you see the changes in the community?
I think we have more respect from other clubs and other staff because they've seen all the auditing and all the hard work and all of the like huge programs we put on to represent.
And I think a good word how that relates back. The respect.
Oh, how it relates back to Fruved? Oh,
No, I think how's it relate to one of the academies?
Maybe political, because
okay.
Healthy Pirates is kind of a really small club that tries to do really big things, and we need to network and get help from other people.
Good. Awesome. Any other ideas? No ideas too small.
I think it's too early now to keep expanding. So like I think what we have now is pretty good.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, so change my marker to a black one. All right, so now that we have kind of went through this process, what do you guys think about it? What do you think? What's some feedback?
They're all interrelated.
Related, and it kind of opens your mind up to certain categories that you could work on.
It does open up like new doors, but I also think that it's kind of like satisfying to see that we put this together, we made these programs, and this is the work we have done, and this is all the room we have for improvement with upcoming years. So it's kind of inspiring.
All right, so I'm going to make a star on something that you guys think is the most important or significant thing out of this one. And we can have multiples.
I really think healthy vending options is huge, because I have yet to meet a freshman who says they enjoy the food or have access to healthy options on campus, especially since one of the like eating facilities is closed now.
Yeah.
So, I think inspired to live a healthy lifestyle is really important.
The decreased stress.
Anything else? You guys agree with those? All right, and then so what the circle that I will make is you guys will decide what activity created the most bonding for bringing the group or campus together. So what do you guys think? It could be anything on here. It could be whatever it may be.
I think stress management, because we do a lot of stuff with mental health this year with like Fresh Check Day and Spring Fest and just other little pop-up events we had about like body image. So I think that was.
Yeah, and everyone's stressed about something.
Yeah,
So.
and I think it made connections, like what if you were talking to another student about it. I'm not sure.
Anything else you guys think of? Does it have to be multiple? It can just be
I think the group workout, I've seen a really big change in just the amount of people there.
group workout. Awesome. All right. And so what activity caused the most bridging to new people? What brought people a little bit more together?
Maybe team building.
Team building, and this could be a triangle.
Could also be Healthy Pirates because we've reached out with a bunch of different
That's true.
clubs and faculty.
That's a bad triangle.
Yeah, I think we've collaborated with like more than 8 to 10 clubs just in one semester.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's
that's
been a
pretty
lot.
big.
You guys talked a little bit about one thing up here, quite a bit actually. What do you guys think that I feel like we talked about it a lot in a lot of different categories? We didn't say.
Like which one of the 7 things we talked about?
No, just which one of these things.
The faculty.
I mean, that could be something we talked about.
The students.
We did talk about students. It's an activity. It's in purple.
Line bikes.
Yes, yeah. You guys talked about line bikes a lot.
Yeah,
You guys think that? Do you think that's significant or
definitely.
creative bonding, or what do you guys think?
Yeah,
I
because one, it's just like they start out on campus and because they're portable, it kind of spreads that out. More people see it, more people become aware of it. So if we take, I guess, that approach with other things we do, making awareness more accessible to people, it'll help with any event we're trying to do.
I think in a way, like the irresponsibility with them kind of got more popular because people, I think at
Yeah,
first when it
some
came out, people were more like, oh, is it like nerdy to do this kind of thing? But it became such a norm, like, because people started messing around, having fun with it. I think it's okay to like try it out now. And then news brought it up and stuff, more people know about it. So it's like, so it's definitely brought people together like nothing else. It's a good thing. It's okay to like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and instead of like, hey, let's be squished on the bus together and be really uncomfortable, instead of we can go ride our bike to class and be outside and honestly get there 5 times faster than we ride the bus. So.
All right. So I think what I'm hearing is that will be a triangle, because I think it's bridged some with new people, right?
Yeah.
That's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure it came from you guys, not me. All right. Is there anything else that we talked about that you think should be on here, that should be on here?
I think we've covered
Yeah,
what
I
we
think we
needed
hit the
to
3
right
main.
now,
Physical activity, nutrition, stress management. We got all that.
Is there anything that could be made in the future to better the current program that we're in?
Yeah, having like a
The
bigger
manpower
team.
networking.
Yeah, bigger team working on the grant for sure.
More people.
Mhm. And maybe like, I know we had a lot of our exec team working on it, like with our advisor, but possibly just designate 2 or 3 people to facilitate like the distribution of jobs and programs instead of trying to make like 8 or 10 people, and 2 to 3 would be a little bit more organized.
I think funding would be good because we can come up with all these great ideas, but if we don't have the money to actually implement them, they're just ideas.
Yeah.
And I think having reliable people working on it too, people who are committed to wanting to make a change.
Okay. Anything else for that? Well, I said 45 minutes. That's what it said it would take. But yeah, you can stop there. Okay.